Yo, with Mr. Jambles here, and I made this guide video. I hope all of you like it. The AR of each part of this video is located in the descriptions, and it's also located as an indicator above your screen, which I'm gonna show you in a couple of seconds when you see the first part of the video. There are a couple of things like resin and all those kind of things, and artifacts, detailed artifacts. Well, I'm gonna make another video on that later on. I'm gonna make later on a video detailed about artifacts, detailed about dungeons, and all those kind of things. So this is basically a kind of like a guide from AR 1 to 45 on how I should personally take it. And you can make the best of it. You can ignore it and just leave it how it is. You can take it, maybe you find a couple of things you never knew about, and hopefully I helped somebody with it. That's my goal from the video. Let's get right into it. So we start off with the beginning. On the beginning you follow Paimon and you enter this place over here, and you have to do some things, and after that you get a sword. I'm gonna show you the sword really quickly. This is for PlayStation only. With this sword will basically carry you the entire early game. You should just upgrade the sword to level 20 and just use this for a while until you're like between AR 5 and 15. This is really nice. Also, you don't really need to level up the main character. For a long term I don't personally like him, because he just lacks damage I need to complete what I want to complete in the speed I want to complete it. So that's basically the first thing I want to say.
In the beginning, when you get to this building, that's the Knights of Favonia's main building over here. There, you can climb up from this side over here. Yeah, I'm just showing it to you guys right now. First you get up here, then you look up there, and just slowly go up. I can just do this because I just have the stamina, but when you start off you can't just aimlessly go up here like that. Then you can go up here, and right down here on the ground there should be a level 3 chest. And then you should go over to this side. And then you go up here, you activate this. You go straight to this way over here. Right here you would see something glowing. So what you do is you stand up here and you go around. This looks stupid, but you have to do it. So let's go quickly all the way around. You just have to keep on following this all around. And on the ground here there should be a level 3 chest. Then you go up here. And you have to climb this entire tower. I'm going to show you guys the quickest way to climb the tower. So you go to the side and just follow it up. Then you go one further. I'm correct here, yeah. And then when you have enough stamina, you slowly go up here. I can just instantly do this, but you guys have to do it slowly when you start the game. And right here, there's a level 3 chest. After that, you go all the way over here. Oh, you go inside the cathedral.
There should be an NPC here, and you could talk with her. It has to be daytime. It's right here, Victoria. And you have to choose the second option and just keep on pressing X, and eventually you get a 4-star artifact. So that's the basic thing you should start off with. After you followed the quest line for a while, you're about AR 5 and you have to go to this place over here. There should be Lisa and Jean here, and you should just talk with them for the quests, and after that you unlock wishing. Like, you go to wishes. Right now you see 3 banners on me. You see the character banner, the weapon banner, and the permanent banner. But right next to it on the left side there should be a banner. It's called the Noelle Banner, and you should wish on it instantly on AR 5. That's the first thing you should do on AR 5. Wish on it, hopefully you get a 5-star character, and you have to do this again at AR 10. I'm just telling you this right now. Those 2 10 pulls on a Noelle banner, you have to do it. There's no choice, you just have to do it, otherwise you won't get like good starter characters. Okay, you can like get 5-star characters almost guaranteed from that. Like almost guaranteed. It's like over 20% chance of you getting a 5-star character from that banner. So just pull it and hopefully you get a 5-star. So you follow the quest line for a while and you're at adventure rank 7. You have to go to Catherine, which is located in Mondstadt. You unlock the adventure rank rewards. You can get various rewards here which can basically help you progress even faster. And you also get a couple wishes, a weapon and materials. It's really nice, primal gems too. And you basically have to go here every time you go a rank up, but on adventure rank 7 you should just visit this once. Also on adventure rank 7 you unlock the adventurer's handbook. You get a lot of rewards from this. We'll talk about the commissions, domains and bosses later on in the video. But to start off with, just follow this and just accept all the rewards you have up till now. And let's get right into further progression. Well, you're adventure rank 7 and you start going to upgrade your Tower of 7. If you talk with your Tower 7, you see worship statue and you need ANEMOCULUS to upgrade it. I'm gonna show you a template down in the descriptions of every single location of the ANEMOCULUS, and you should just follow it and just get all the ANEMOCULUS you're able to, which is located around all this. There is also one in Musk Reef, it's on top of the portal. You unlock it by going on the top here. There is up here at Dupa Gorge, there's also a weapon, a claymore 4-star you can unlock to craft. Also, Storm Terror's Lair is locked until AR 18, we'll talk about it later in the video. And just unlock every single thing here. You see all those waypoints, unlock the waypoints. You see those statues, unlock the statues. If you find chests upon the ways, grab every single chest you can find. Do every single little thing on the map you see and just complete all of them. By the time you got all of this, everything completed, then you should go further, but we'll talk about that later too. So that's the first thing you should do. Just go after all the ANEMOCULUS until around this area. You made it to AR 12 by just exploring around and unlocking things and going after ANEMOCULUS. When you go to your Adventurer's Handbook, you unlock daily commissions. When you unlock daily commissions, you should instantly make them. You have no choice, you just have to do it. You get 60 primal gems, a lot of experience, you get gold, and you also get materials to level up your weapons, which is amazing. So that's the first thing you should do on AR 12. This is a quick tip for everybody who is about AR 12 or above or lower or whatever. There is an ANEMOCULUS on a hidden island which is located over here. You can also see it right there. You should not pick that ANEMOCULUS. It's not worth getting. The reason why it's not worth getting is because it just takes so much time to get there with Kea over the water. It's just stupid. I would only recommend people to go there after they reached AR 20, got all the Geoculus, got all the ANEMOCULUS, because there's one too much ANEMOCULUS and one too much Geoculus, so you can basically skip one ANEMOCULUS. This way you can just do it on AR 20 or something when you got everything. The reason why is this, okay? You got 240 stamina. You can use Amber, which every single person in the entire world got, and you get stamina reduction while gliding by 20%. In other words, when you got 240 stamina, you would be able to fly from here all the way over to that island. I'm gonna show that to you guys right now. This is why you should not grab this at a lower AR, it's just a waste of time. As you guys can see, I reached this island and it took me less than a minute to go over here. if you used Kea and went all over the fucking water, it would take you between 5 and 10 minutes, which you don't want to fucking waste when you start the game. Like, it's such a waste of time. I don't get it why people do it. And now I'm gonna show you guys something else. This here is a contraption, this aims to the middle, and this secret quest. I'll show you this after this. Right down below there in that hole there should be a level 3 chest. In the air over there should be an ANEMOCULUS, which you don't really need. And when you go down here, there should be stone here. Destroy this stone and you get a piece of paper to start the secret quest. This is what I recommend to do, people, after AR20. Like, there's no reason to do this early game, because you don't need that one ANEMOCULUS. It's such a waste of time. I'm gonna give you guys another tip of collecting Geoculus and ANEMOCULUS. So when you open your map, you got all those waypoints, like all those towers of 7. When you go down below here, this leeway, you have to get all those towers first. Just go after all those towers and unlock various waypoints, like all those tiny waypoints, the blue ones, this for instance. Unlock all of them and grab all the chests, grab all the Geoculus you find on the way. But nah, I actually recommend people to first unlock those towers and then grab the Geoculus. And the reason why is, when the map is grayed out, you just cannot really recognize where those Geoculus are on the map, which is located in the template, and that way you can miss a couple of them. If you miss a couple of them, you waste hours of time searching for them back. Like, this area is so big that collecting all the Geoculus will take you at least 5 hours. If you have to go back because you missed just a single one, you waste about an hour at the very least just moving all around this map searching for that one Geoculus you missed. This way, I just recommend people grab all of those statues. Grab them all before you search for the Geoculus. This is between AR12 and AR20, where you grab all the Geoculus chests, waypoints, and just do this. Do this, guys, come on. Guys, after you grabbed all the Geoculus, you are about AR 18, 20. Like between that. You're between AR 18 and 20. Then the first thing you should do is unlock Storm Terror by following the quest line and get all the remaining ANEMOCULUS, which is located on all this side of the map. After you done that, after you defeated Storm Terror, after you got this Geoculus tower to level 9 or 10, like, if you got this on 10, you did amazing. I'm proud of you that you did this, because now you can get a 5-star artifact for free almost. I'm gonna show that to you. At this point in time, you got all the Geoculus. You have defeated Storm Terror's lair and you did all those quests. Like, you defeated the Storm Terror lair. You've got all the ANEMOCULUS and all the Geoculus. You unlocked every single thing in the map. Maybe you haven't taken all the chests yet, but that doesn't matter shit right now. So you got that. You unlocked this door after you put orbs in each of those 8 towers. There are 8 towers around here. Just search for these towers and unlock them. You get the orbs from leveling up the Geoculus Tower of 7, which is basically this. Those are like those waypoints. You just get them to level 9 and you basically unlock all those orbs. You go inside of here and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm not spoiling anything because I already defeated it, but right here is a boss fight. Be ready for this, okay? Eat some food. Have at least a healer in your team. Have at least a main DPS in your team. Have at least a support in your team. And a nice character. After that, after you defeat them, there's 3 chests in a row here. And after you go up here, right on top here, you get a 5-star artifact. This is the first 5-star artifact you get. and it's amazing, seriously. This is what I got. It's the Royal Flora. It gives me about 5k HP. It gives me crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, elemental mastery, attack. It's an amazing artifact to start off with, believe me. You don't guaranteedly get those stats on it, but you get a 5-star artifact. That's all that matters. And this is basically that. That's all I want to talk about right now with this. Let's continue. So at this point, your AR between 20 and 22. You got all the ANEMOCULUS, you got all the Geoculus, and now we are talking about pre-low AR 20 artifacts. And you're like, but why haven't you talked about this earlier? Well, I'm gonna talk about it right now, because at this point in time you just have a lot more. Okay, so as you can see, my artifacts on my Beto are not really that great, and you just have to look on the set bonuses, so like the 2-piece, 4-piece, substats and main stat. The main stat right now on this is critical rate. The substats are what you see below that, and below that are the piece stats. So each different character has another build. For my Beto, I love to run crit rate. I can use crit damage, but I love crit rate. And that's with a lot of characters like that. Before AR 45, it just doesn't matter shit. It doesn't matter if you use the best artifact in the fucking game or trash. Like, no cap. It doesn't matter if you use trash artifacts or really good artifacts before AR 45. The reason why is on AR 45 you get guaranteed 5-star artifacts. This means you can get the maximum amount of damage on your character with those artifacts. Before AR 45 you're not gonna do the best damage, you're not gonna be the strongest, you're not gonna be the best in survivability. It's just not gonna happen, okay? So try to make a couple sets before you are AR 45. I would recommend Berserker, I would recommend Instructor. This set you get for free, just for Avenger ranks. Exile set, really nice on healers. If you run a healer like let's say Diona and you run a 4 set on Exile, it's amazing, okay? You can just spam that, spam your heals, okay? Weapons, energy recharge, amazing for Diona. Like this bow you get for free after defeating Storm Terror, it's amazing. 3-star weapons, amazing. 60% damage bonus, amazing, okay? Like if you go to Beto, I'm using the prototype Eminus. You get this from the game almost for free. You just have to craft it. The 3-star weapons are not too bad, but I wouldn't recommend using 3-star weapons if you got this. If you run like a sword character, physical damage. Let's talk about physical damage. If you use a cryo ability, like let's say Chongyun, let's say your character has a lot of physical damage, okay, and use Chongyun. All your normal attacks turn into gyro attacks, and because of this, you don't get the bonus from physical damage. This is one of those things that are like, yeah, this is so stupid, but it is what it is. Don't use Chongyun if your character goes fully physical damage. Chongyun is really bad if you play Chongling, for instance. Her weapon, you get this also from the game almost for free, Crescent Pike. Physical damage. You lose that 25% damage if you use Chongyun with her together. Just telling that right now. You guys might ask me, why didn't you talk about resin yet? Well, the answer to that is really simple. Between AR 1 and 25, you get everything shoved up your face by the game. The game will give you every single thing you need for your characters until AR 25 or about 25. After you are AR 25, you should actually do those ley lines, or you should kill the bosses over in the world to like ascend your characters. Because if you go to your character, it will tell you, you need this. This only drops from the fire boss. So you're looking like, where's the fire boss? You open your map, you came across him before. It's right there, right here. Fire boss. It drops all those beautiful things you basically need. Those things are also a trap. The reason why it's a trap is don't farm artifacts before AR45. No point in doing so. I don't recommend it. Just work on your characters. Get your characters level up. Get your talents level up. Your talents, like, you get a lot of damage from them. And each time you upgrade them, I'm gonna show it to you guys right now. Let me see. Yeah, this is a good example. Each time you upgrade your talent, it basically gives you more stats, damage and all those kind of things. More damage. Same with this, it will increase the damage of the ultimate, and it just keeps on stacking up, stacking up, stacking up. The higher level your talents are, okay? Talent materials you get from domains. And you're like, but when should I start doing the domains? AR36. You see AR36 here? This is when you start doing artifact dungeons. Before AR36, it's a trap. You just get barely anything. AR36 is the same until about 45, and at 45 you get 4-star books, which is amazing. Like, it's amazing that you get 4-star books because it just saves you so much materials if you get it. But just start doing talent runs, AR36. You don't need the damage bonus before AR36. If you get the books from opening chest, you're lucky, happy for you. You can upgrade your talents and you'll be done with that, okay? Don't farm it before AR36. Okay guys, artifact dungeons. You see AR40 and 45. There are people that are like, I need artifacts really badly. They run this dungeon, they don't get what they want, they don't get the artifact that they want, and they be weak. They are weak, okay? Start doing the artifact dungeons after you reach AR45. You get guaranteed 5-star artifacts. What does that mean? You become a lot stronger. What does that mean? You get the max amount of damage from your character. Don't do this on AR40. Don't do this at 35. Don't do it at 25. Don't do that, okay? I'm just warning you guys. Otherwise you lose days, weeks, months of progression, which you could just save by not doing it. Also, when you're leveling up, you get, let me show you this really quickly. Fragile resin for AR levels up, okay? Fragile resin, if you press X, you get 60 original resin. This resin is really scarce. You should save this for AR45. Let's say you got 20 of those, okay? That's 1200 resin. You can do 60 dungeon runs on AR45. So you get 60 guaranteed 5-star artifacts from using 20 of those. Just imagine if you got 60 runs of an artifact dungeons, you got 60 5-star artifacts, and maybe, just maybe, you get the artifact you want. Maybe you get the strength that you want to become a lot stronger with your character that you love to play. This is why you should save fragile resin. Save it. I'm not moaning around. I'm just telling you guys to save the fragile resin until you're AR45. People are asking me, Mr. Jambles, I am AR35, 36. What should I do? Talent farming,
if you ever want to trade
daily
tactics,
quests,
I'm always ready.
expeditions, quests, overall quests, collect all the chests, and just keep on doing that every single day. and just take it slowly, take it slowly. You don't have to rush, okay guys? This game is a gacha game. It will grab all your money out of your pocket. The wishing system is sometimes scuffed. It will really want, like if you see this Tartaglia, you just want to buy it, but you should not do it if you're a free-to-play player. If you have the money to do it, heck, why not? You know what I mean? But what I recommend people doing is work on the characters, get Mora, get your levels up, get your weapons up. If you look at, this is a level 1 weapon, okay? And you throw this. You only need 9 of them and it's level 20. But the higher level weapon you use, the more of those resources you use. And that's really dumb. If you go to Adventurer's Handbook, you see bosses. I recommend everybody to start doing those bosses. Start killing all those monsters which are located on your map. All of those. Do all of those from AR 35. Before AR 35, it's not worth doing, because you only get like one of those blue ones and 2 or maybe one of those green ones. From AR 35 you get 2 blue ones and 2 or 3 green ones, which is amazing. From AR 40 you get sometimes a 4-star. You get 3 of those blue ones and 3 of those to 5 of those green ones. It's really amazing. The higher AR you are, the nicer it is to farm this. But I also want to tell you guys that if you do skirmishers, this is such a pain in the ass, okay? The shields breaking, the damage you do on those fuckers at a higher AR is just annoying. Do those on AR 35 to AR 40 and then stop. Stop what you're doing. Don't kill those anymore until you have your characters done, okay? Those people are so hard to kill sometimes that it's just a pain in the ass. I'm just saying it straight up. It's a pain in the ass to kill those. So I recommend people to do those on a low adventure rank, so you don't have to waste a lot of energy later on. Spiral Abyss. You can enter this place from AR 20. On AR 20 you should go in here after you got the Geoculus and ANEMOCULUS and got that artifact. I haven't touched this place in a decade right now. With this account, I just started doing this on AR 20, and on AR 20 I just flew all the way until floor 6. So if I touched it right now, I should probably make it to 7 or 8 with the current characters I have. But you got Xiangling after defeating floor 3. This is actually really easy to complete, and you can also see on the top, you see Leyline Disorder. Those are the special abilities you get from doing those runs. So you start in floor 1, you get pyro damage dealt increased damage by 75%, overload damage increased by 200%, and just read all of those and make use of them. On floor 5, this is where your game actually starts. So you can make 2 different types of teams. So my main DPS on the first team is Beidou, and on my second team it's Xiangling. And you have to make 2 entire teams of 4 by 4. Well, you don't actually need to use 4 by 4, but I recommend people to do 4 by 4. Just make the best use of your characters. Have at least 2 DPS ready after floor 5, and just think about it like this. Look at what you need on those floors. Like this floor is telling you your HP is greater than 50%, your attack and defense are increased. When the HP is greater than 80%, normal attack speed increased by 20%. This is huge, okay? Huge. Just keep on reading those things and make great use out of it. That's what I recommend people to do. If you go to the higher floors, like 7, this is really annoying. 6 is, yeah, pretty easy actually. I'm gonna do that later. But 7 is where it actually starts to get annoying, and you actually need to work better together with your team to go to higher floors. I'm gonna show later on my YouTube channel how I'm gonna defeat all those floors and enter Abyss 9, 10, 11, 12 floors. I'm gonna all defeat that on this account with only 4-star characters. And it's very interesting to know that you have to like think about the elemental reactions, think about how you take on those floors, and think about how you defeat it with which characters and which abilities and powers. So I would say that the Spire Abyss is very interesting overall. Some of you might ask me, why shouldn't you farm artifacts on AR30? Why shouldn't you farm on AR40 artifacts? I have dedicated videos on my YouTube channel about those two things, and I'm gonna link that also down below in the descriptions if you want to see how bad the drop rates are, how bad the artifacts you get are, and why you should never ever do it. So let's talk more into the artifacts, like let's talk about min-maxing artifact. This is kind of like end game artifact. So when you got an artifact, you have to look at it. What do I need to improve on it? You got layers of artifacts. Let's say this is a 4-star artifact. First thing I want is a 5-star artifact, of course. And then you look at the main stat, substats, and which part the artifact is. And peace bonus. I love Thundering Fury. That is the main set I'm gonna use on AR45. So the 4-piece set would be increase overload damage and electric damage. Then I'm going to substats and I'm looking which substat do I need for my Beto the most. Well, the things I need the most is very easy. You need crit rate, a lot of crit rate, a lot of crit damage. Elemental mastery, meh, could be, don't need it. Attack percentage, meh, don't need it too much, but it's really nice to have anyway. Energy recharge, I love it. I love to have energy recharge on an artifact because you get your ultimate really quickly, and that makes things a lot easier, because when you have Beto and you know that you have her on Constellation 1, you get a shield with your ultimate. This shield will basically negate the damage, incoming damage, and will basically save your ass a lot of trouble. And that's why on Beto, energy recharge, it's amazing, okay? There are multiple things you can do to increase the damage of your artifacts. There are multiple ways of doing it. Let's say you go to a goblet. You can get a lot of different types of goblets. You see gyro damage, geo damage, hydro damage, physical damage, and electro damage bonus. Think about your character. What type of element does she use the most to attack? Okay? If you look at Xiangling, pyro damage bonus would be amazing on her. But she uses a lot of physical hits. So physical damage bonus is also amazing on her. If you go to Beto, attack is amazing on her. But she uses her electricity so much. She deals so much damage with her block, that electro damage is better than attack damage percentage. So if you run a Beto, electro damage bonus is a lot better. If you go to the headpiece, I use critical rate. It's because I have barely any critical rate. There are attack, healing bonus, HP, all those kind of crap. What you're looking at is critical rate and critical damage. I don't have critical damage artifact right now, but wait, do I actually have one? No, I don't have it right now. But critical rate is a really stable first piece. If you use a Beto, you're not a high skilled guy yet, you don't have the best artifact yet, and it's early game, crit rate is amazing. If you're at end game, I would only run crit rate on 2 characters. I would run it on Klee and Tertaglia. And that's Child basically. Those are the only 2 characters where crit rate actually matters a lot. For all the other characters, I would run crit rate as secondary stat, but as my main stat, I would want crit damage percentage. Substats, which ones do I really need for Beidou? I need crit rate, because I have crit damage percentage already in. Okay, I need the energy recharge, I need the attack bonus, and it stacks up and it gives you more and more and more damage. If you look into the artifact details, you see this. This is basically where your character scales off to. This is what you get from your artifacts. Okay, this is what I get from my artifact. And if I go to attributes and then click it again, this is my combined stats. So 117% energy recharge. It's trash. Okay, it's trash. Crit damage percentage 65%. It's trash. Crit rate 37%. Decent. Damage decent. Elemental mastery will basically increase the damage of your characters when you have like how the fuck do we call it really quickly? If you do like overload, superconduct, it's like those elemental reactions, you get a bonus damage. The higher your elemental mastery is, the higher the damage you deal with those elements, you know what I mean? Like the elements combined damage. It's really amazing. And that's why you should, if you can get elemental mastery on your substats, don't throw it away, because it's amazing to have as a substat because of the damage bonus you get. But the problem with this is this doesn't really crit. It like the chance of this critting is so low that it's not really that amazing because of that. Crit rate, crit damage, a lot better. Stages of an artifact. Every time you get a better artifact, you swap it out, okay? So let's say I have this Berserker Battle Mask with 15% crit rate, and I look down below. This is a 4-star. It has energy recharge, it has elemental mastery. It's amazing, it looks amazing. I'm gonna upgrade this, okay? So when I upgrade this, I don't need this piece anymore. But you don't randomly throw it away. You put it on one of your other characters, and that way you don't waste an artifact. So you look at maybe, let's say, Fischl. She has this artifact on her. You just swap it out and then upgrade this for your main damage dealer. And you can basically do that with a lot of artifacts, and this way you keep the balance. Like Beidou, for instance, she needs to run Thundering Fury, yeah? So let's go to that dungeon. It's right up here, if I'm correct. Yes. So Beidou needs this set, but this set can also be used on Fischl. So think about it like this. You have a piece of Thundering Fury, and it's a really nice piece, but you're like, I found a better piece. And I'm gonna swap out this from Beidou. Take this piece, put it on your Fischl. She's also electricity. It's also really nice on her. It's really good on her. It gives you more damage. Overall damage of your team increases by a lot. That's also with fire characters. If you go to this, the Hidden Plaza of Zhao formula, and you look at the artifacts, you see Lava Walker. I don't like Lava Walker. I love this. Crimson Witches of Flames. I love this set for fire characters. It's really good on almost every single fire character, hands down. This is solid. You can use Gladiator, you can use anything, but this is solid on every single fire character. It's best in slot for 2 characters. Klee, best in slot. Diluc, best in slot. You cannot argue with it, it's just how it is. But if you got a fire character and you basically got this artifact on him, you can swap it out and just swap it out with other fire characters, and that way you always have this piece on your fire characters. If you just swap it out every time you like got a better artifact. This is the way of thinking how I work, and that's how my team gets stronger without me losing progression. It will drop prototypes. When you are at AR 40, you have to make this every week. If you want to level up your talents further, you need to defeat Storm Terror, you need to defeat Boros, you need to defeat Child. The Child boss you unlock at AR 38. You have to do that. You get those materials from defeating him, and you have to hope for the best, because sometimes you don't get what you need, and if you don't get what you need, you're pissed off because you have to wait an entire week to maybe get it again. And you need those pieces for certain characters to level up your talents above 6. This is an issue from AR 40. After you hit AR 40, you need that 5-star material to upgrade your talent. It will take weeks to level a talent on one of your characters. It will literally take weeks. And you must be happy with that. Also, there's something else. If you do follow, let's say, a fence. 1 second, let me show you this. Where is it? If you participate in a fence, there's a chance you get the Crown of Sage. This crown, you need to maximize the level of your talents. You can only get this limited edition item from a fence. So, every single event you see this popping up, get your hands on it instantly. Go after it and grab it, because after AR 45 this become essential. It will increase the damage of some abilities to even over 30%. 30%! Do you know how much that is? How much damage that is? If you have your artifacts min-maxed and your AR 45 and you get this, you got your talent to level 10 and you got that 30% damage bonus, you can do a couple thousands damage more, a couple 10,000 damage maybe more, just by getting this item. So then again, focus on this item every single event. There's something else I want to talk about events, and most people tell you that this is trash, but you need a lot of crystals later on. A lot of crystals. And with those crystals, you basically make enhancing materials. If you go to your weapons on the top, or why it's on the bottom for me, you get this, Mystic Enhancing Ores. You can get this by forging crystals into it. It takes 4 crystals a piece. But some events give you like 100 of this. That's 400 crystals. 400 crystals divided by the amount of crystals in your world. That takes about a month. About a month, okay? And that's each 2 days. You're gonna go farm that. You can also go in the world of your friends and then mine all their ores. But even doing so, it can take you about 20 hours. Yeah, about 20 hours to get 400 of those fucking crystals. And if you go to events now, you go to the event shop, people are telling you, you should not do this, you should not buy this, you should not get this. You should. If you are not paid to win, get this. People are like, it's such a waste of resin. It's not a waste of resin, because you cannot get this otherwise, besides mining and doing daily commissions. And it's a pain. You need so many of those. If you want to level a weapon from level 70 to 80, you need 100, 150 of those. Such a pain in the ass. That's why I tell you, get this. Get this from the event and be done with it. If you look at this, I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's not worth my resin because I need to defeat this boss anyway. Like this is a trap. People are like, you should totally buy those. it's a trap. Mora is really nice. But let me tell you why this thing is a trap. Okay. You go to your character. You go to ascending. Let's say you got 3 of those. I'm just telling you, you got 3 of those. It's amazing for you that you got 3 of those, but you need this. And then you're like, what is this? You get this only from defeating the boss. You get 2 of them, 1 of them, happy with that. Otherwise, you cannot level up your character. You cannot ascend him without this, which you only get from the boss. In other words, you can just defeat the boss, you get this, and you get this. You see what I mean? That's why I think it's just a waste of time to farm this, but that's just me. It's just a waste of time to get this from the event. I just don't give a damn. Yo, I hope you like watching this video. It's not too much moaning around, and there are a couple of things which are really interesting and could most likely help you guys. I'll make more guides in the future with more detail and like part for part, way for way of how to do a couple of those things like artifact. I couldn't really show you the artifacts right now because on my PC account I got everything, but I can't stream on my PC. I cannot clip things or make videos for my PC. So I have to do it on PlayStation, and I cannot use my PC account on PlayStation. And that's why I couldn't make like all those detailed parts of the guide with 5-star artifacts and all those kind of things. So I'm gonna do that later in the future. And I'm also gonna make a detailed guide for the Abyss, and I'll show you guys how to do it most efficiently. I hope you guys like watching it, like, subscribe, recommend this to your friends. I'm gonna make more guides in the future. Hope you love it. Peace.